A story must be told.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the half hour of power. I am Joe. Brandon is here.
Yo, Joe. What do you know?
Brandon,
Yeah,
I really, really like the room you're in. It's red.
yeah.
And I like the background.
Well, thank you.
Now, I love the room you're in and I love the background.
Thank
That is fantastic. The only thing about that depresses me is the whole Mike Flanagan sounding like David Gordon Green. Whoa! My background is what is that?
you. What?
Oh my God, we're not talking about The Exorcist, are we?
No, I'm talking about that sucky show called The Acolyte.
That's right. No, you're really loving this show so far, right?
No, Joe. I'm not loving this show.
Yes, he is. So we're gonna go on and go to episode 3 of The
That was 40
Acolyte.
minutes. That's 41 minutes
That
of
is
my.
41 minutes of our lives we'll never get back. I'm going to say this, Brendan. We're trying to watch this. I hooked it up to the projector,
Oh, God.
got the
Did you?
big screen out, hooked up
Wow.
my little Roku streaming device, which is fabulous. It works fabulous. It looks great. You've seen it. We
Mm-hmm.
watched The Man of Steel in there that way. It looked great, didn't it?
Yep.
That was streamed. I don't know if you remember that. It wasn't of the Blu-ray.
Nope.
But the Roku did not like the Acolyte because it kept crashing. It just kept turning off.
Because it
I don't
knew.
know. Yeah,
It
I
was
mean, it turned all the way off. It rebooted itself a couple of times. Now, like 2 hours before we watched the Acolyte, and I'm watching the Acolyte with my son so he can suffer like I am suffering and like Brandon is suffering and like millions and billions and trillions of other Star Wars fans are suffering watching this because we have to bear witness to this. Um, we watched Jurassic World, streamed it on Max on the same way. Nothing. Perfect. Played through perfectly. Movie was fine. Everything was fine. So I can only come to the conclusion that the Acolyte is destroying my Roku. So, but anyway, Brandon, do you have any initial thoughts about this episode before we get into it?
My initial thoughts is where were they going with this episode? Like, now, I say this. Um, Amanda Steinberg, she kept saying, "Oh, episode 3 is going to be the game changer. It's going to bring back a lot of fans because this is what Headland was trying to present, and it's going to be a game changer, and it's going to bring back people to Acolyte." And I was like, "No, it's not." And then I watched it, and it proved to me that it's not. It made no sense.
Yeah, I mean this was a boring episode.
It
Like
was like it was like a cult doing. Um, I didn't understand the whole.
oh wait. Hold on a minute. We got to tell everybody the plot of this.
There's a plot.
I'm going to read the plot synopsis.
Oh, there's a plot.
Yeah, you ready? This is episode 3 called Destiny. On a mysterious planet, the tragic journey of two sisters begins. Yeah, that's what it's
That was it.
about, right?
That was that was it.
Okay, so it starts out with these two sisters on this planet, and it does this nice flyover shot of this weird I don't know, this very big steep hill. It looked like there were people on top of it, but I could be wrong. They could have been nothing. Could have been rocks. And this is how boring the show is. My thought was, how do those people walk up there? Did you see those people, Brandon, or were you already tuned out?
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Were there people up there? How do they walk up there?
They used the thread.
Ooh, that's a good point. There is a thread there. There is a thread there. So, then we go and we find these two little girls abusing these animals of the planet.
They said, were they hummingbirds or something like that? You said?
I don't know. What was the girl that we meet in the very beginning? That was Osha, right?
Yeah, that was OSHA. Yeah.
So she was abusing that animal by freezing it with the force or the thread, whatever they want to call it now, whatever Disney wants to call it. The thread.
Yeah.
The yarn ball. The thread makes a yarn ball, and we beat it around.
Ooh.
Yes.
I have something to say, but I don't think I can say it on this show. So I'm gonna
You
just
can
let
say it. As long as it's clean and not filthy.
Well,
We're a family show.
So you say the yarn, so like a yarn ball.
Yeah.
And the whole planet is full of women, and usually women are considered cats. Get it?
Ouch, Brandon. Wow. That was
Get it? Was that clean enough? That was clean enough.
That was clean. Don't worry, everybody. This show will soon be over. We'll get back to horror films.
Yes, because we need to see this right here. That's a horror film. It has a story
Yes,
and a plot.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I saw the first season of the Exorcist TV show, and it's way better than this Acolyte. We got to get into that. But anyway, we got to finish this Acolyte first because I know it hurt you, and it does sort of amuse me that you are so hurt by it. But
I'm done, dude. It's 5
know that I'm hurt by this too. But Brandon, as we've said before, you are a bigger Star Wars fan than I.
Yes.
Meaning you read expanded universe novels and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to go right to the Jedi Wookiee, which doesn't bother me that there's a Jedi Wookiee. Are there Jedi Wookiees in the expanded universe?
There is a Jedi Wookiee in the expanded universe.
Okay, so do the Jedi Wookiees wear clothes?
No.
Okay, because this guy looked very odd. It looked like it was a dude trying cosplay, but he didn't have the rest of the Wookiee outfit, so he just put clothes on and had a giant Wookiee mask on, and his head looked way bigger than his body.
If I'm correct, I think they said that that's a woman.
Okay, it's a Wookiee, so he didn't look like a woman Wookiee. We didn't get to see, not that we really need to see the Wookiee's junk swinging around, but we didn't see that either. So, did you think the Wookiee looked odd, or am I just being too picky? It looked weird. His head looked really giant, and he was wearing clothes. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Wookiee wearing clothes.
It's like putting Sasquatch in a suit. You see, they cut his hair. You see that?
Yeah, they messed his hair up, and it's like taking a Wookiee mask and putting it on a Sasquatch, you said?
No, putting clothes on a Sasquatch.
Yeah, so he looked very strange. And then the next scenes with him, he didn't have that on, but he had some kind of a sash or just the tunic, which looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, and forgive me, I don't know that much about Wookiee culture because I've not read any of the Wookiee novels, the Wookiee standalone novels in the expanded universe. Is the only thing that Wookiees are good for is repairing electronic devices and engines and stuff like that?
That's one of their main traits, yeah.
Okay, so this Jedi Wookiee, the only thing he does in this episode is repair these items. That's the only thing they could figure out what to do with this Jedi Wookiee, which apparently everybody was waiting for. I guess I was waiting for a Jedi Wookiee too. I mean, it's kind of cool, but still, the only thing they can make him do is repair stuff. And the little girl walks up to him, "Hi, how are you doing?" And he's like, "Raw," and repairs stuff. So they just couldn't. Okay, I went way too far. Now we don't have to talk about the Jedi Wookiee anymore, right? Unless you have anything to add about the Jedi Wookiee.
I mean, there's a Jedi Wookiee, actually. It's kind of in the old Republic era or the Knights Republic era.
Okay, so the Jedi Wookiee has been done better. Is that
Yeah.
what you're telling me?
He's right there. See him?
Okay, is he not wearing a coat or anything? He's just
No, he's not wearing a tunic or anything.
okay. So there's a lot of more info that they could have done. Okay, so the two little girls immediately are abusing animals with their thread power. May the thread be with you. The power of the thread compels you. It is the power of the thread that commands you. That's what we come next to, the witch back there. And no, Brandon, this coven of witches is not leading a dance school. There was no dancing. There was some arm waving around. Yeah, somebody's going to get that. The right person's going to know what I was talking about. And I think Brandon knows too, but don't say it. Don't say which movie I was referencing there. Somebody will figure that out.
That crap. That's what they were doing.
Yeah, so they're waving around and they're screaming about the power of one and the power of many and the power of, the power of love and the power of, big Huey Lewis and the News fans over there on this weird little planet, aren't they?
This is really giving me a headache.
I'm sorry, Brandon. You can talk more. No, I mean, I'm just waiting for you to throw in. I'm just throwing a bunch of stupid stuff out there.
It's a lot of things.
And I know you want to jump in.
Yeah, because it's okay. It's mind-boggling.
So yeah, I was going to ask you about these girls, and I hope this is where you were going. These are not the Night Sisters.
No, these are not the Night Sisters.
Okay, go, Brandon. Rant about this. Why they're not the Night Sisters and how they've screwed up the Night Sisters. Go.
Now, the Night Sisters they're basically, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments or whatever. But I believe that they're Zimrak. They're the same species as Darth Maul. And if I'm correct, I don't think the females had horns.
Oh yeah, there's a chick with horns.
Right. But I might be wrong, but I believe they didn't have horns because the Night Sisters are also Zabraks. The original ones are Zabraks. And because Darth Maul mother was the head of it. So I was kind of confused when I saw that. And then two, they talk about they broke away, they ran away from the Jedi, and they was considered witches. Only people that I knew that was considered the Jedi called witches was the Night Sisters. That's it. Now, with this whole covenant thing and them having these two kids, and it made a point, they're the only two children there. Where's the rest of the other kids? So to me, and then you talking about the thread, that's a whole nother, and you can see it too. I didn't, you can see the thread as she does it. Never seen nobody do that with the Force at all, ever.
No, usually when they use the Force, they abuse animals and.
I don't know about that part.
Catch fruit so they can chop them in half and impress chicks.
Are you all on episode 1?
Well, it's episode 2.
Oh yeah, it was episode 2.
Obi-Wan would not like it that I was doing this. Go on.
But
okay, so these witches. Okay, so
yeah, witches of
basically
they don't say what sect they are neither. They just say that they're witches. And they have a
exactly, yeah. So they came to this planet, which is supposedly uninhabited, and they took it over, right? Is that right?
Which is weird. Yeah, it's supposed to be an abandoned planet.
So abandoned planet is probably put there by the Genesis device.
Really?
Well, yeah, they kind of make a reference like that. They make and what I mean is they make this reference like you thought nobody lived here on this planet. Isn't that what she said to the Jedi?
Yeah, but that was kind
of... Yes, that did remind me of Khan when he says, you didn't know that this was that planet. But anyway, that was just me being, going, oh, there's a little thing there. That's probably not there, but it might be because they're nuts. But anyway, did they make that whole city? They just carved out that mountain?
No,
Who did that? What
I
is
think
that?
I think they found that.
They found that? Was that
Yeah,
abandoned by the dwarves?
by the doors.
Was that
You
is
know,
that
I'm gonna say
was
this.
that Durin's folk?
I
That's
say
the
the
wrong dwarf? I said it wrong, didn't I? I'm
I said the
sorry.
original Heaven. This is like, okay, so like Yevon 4. There was a temple on Yevon 4 that
Yeah.
was a long time ago, but
Yeah,
there's
so they made
story.
it their base.
Yeah,
But
it was a story
so
behind it. Raccoon
now
and I found this a long time ago, but it was just abandoned. So they probably just found an abandoned spot. It just so happened to be there on the side of a steep
which
mountain.
is just a giant mountain with a bunch of intricate stuff carved in there, but not I didn't see a lot of wood in there, did you? Did you see a lot of wood in there?
No,
I mean, didn't it look like it was all just carved out of the mountain and they put in like metal doors, unless those doors are wooden?
no,
Oh,
because
that's gonna come into play here in a little bit, Brandon.
well,
So
she was doing this to open the door, so it had to be
I
some
mean,
type of
I know there's electricity and there's like it's probably metal, the door, right?
yeah, it had to be metal,
It's probably made of like unobtainium or
unobtainium.
right? Was that it's certainly
Yeah.
not mithril.
Nah, no.
All right, so
I have no. I mean,
okay,
it's
so anyway, the
so
Jedi are there. They're
no,
they're they're
no.
tracking
Okay,
these
listen.
girls for some reason. They don't tell us how the Jedi know about these chicks unless one of them pulled one of their threads, which really sounds dirty now that you're really breaking this down, Brandon. That was filthy. I can't believe you would say that.
Well, I mean,
But
I'm just literally saying, like, who makes the lady behind you, the one with the circle on her head? She's called the mother.
isn't she called she's called like Mother Coral, right?
Yeah, but everybody refers to her as the mother. And then here's another
Yeah,
thing.
so
Here's another thing,
the
real quick, Joe. Hold on, real quick. Where is any Star Wars that you had seen, movie or show, whatever, that you see somebody with bows and arrows?
only the bowcaster. It's the only thing I can think of that's the closest.
Is exactly.
But they're like using actual bows and arrows, right? I mean, the
Yeah,
Ewoks did, but they're Ewoks. That made sense.
yeah, permanent culture.
Yeah, but these guys,
These
this
are,
doesn't make any sense.
yeah, these are sophisticated bowls. It's not
It's
like
almost like they got there and there were a bunch of elves running around and they learned their stuff and killed them all. Look at these elves with their bowcraft. Look at how they make, and they killed them all. I don't know, but anyway, how does this episode tell us how the Jedi decided they should track these chicks? How they figured out about these two little girls?
no. Only people that would know that is just like you're a Star Wars nut like me. That
No,
you
okay, so how did these Jedi find out about these two girls?
they basically it's a disturbance in the Force type thing.
Okay, so they came there and they asked permission. So they're supposed to tell us the beginning of, I think we said this, but they're supposed to tell us the beginning of the two chicks, May and Osha,
Hmm.
and what happened. So the Jedi get there and they like, well, can we study? Can we
Can we
see if
test
one of them they want to be do the Jedi test, and then the Night Mother, what's her name? The Mother Coral.
Mother Coral?
Mother Coral's like, we don't want to have any violence against these Jedi. And the Jedi comes, and what do they do to one of the little Jedis? Which I finally figured out where I recognize that guy from. So I'm not really surprised that he drank poison, quite honestly, since he did jump out of a frickin' castle in the Game of Thrones. Yes, that's Tommen from the Game of Thrones.
No way, is it?
Yeah, so I'm not really surprised now that he drunk. He's probably sitting there going, man, you know what? I committed suicide in the Game of Thrones. Why not commit suicide here in Star Wars, huh, Headland? Shouldn't I do that? Yeah, you know what? You should. That'll be a trend for your, it'll be like your thing. Like Sean Bean gets killed all the time, and you can
That is
commit
true.
suicide all the time. How about that, there, little buddy? So, but
Sean Bean
anyway,
get
what
that
do?
in his-
They decide to like infest his body and possess him. So,
to
like
possess his mind.
you've up there, they possessed him, and that's where they did their exorcism, where they preached at us for about 2 hours. And then
That was actually
and then they let that go. But anyway, they do the test, and Osha wants to be a Jedi. She wants to leave. She wants to see the world beyond. May does not. She wants to be a witch. And I couldn't help this, but there's somebody else out there watching this, doing this too. Maybe you were doing it too. But the Monty Python's Holy Grail kept going through my head. What's that one, Brandon?
Remember we talking about the Wookiees and technology?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's all they do.
helped open the door.
So I just kept thinking about Monty Python and thinking of how great it would be to be watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail instead of the Acolyte, just because of the witches. But I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch.
The Holy Grenade.
See, so now everybody go watch that instead. But anyway, May decides, yes, Master Soul talks her into telling the truth, and she tells the truth, and she wants to go be a Jedi. Well, that really pisses off May.
Yeah.
And Brendan, jump in here at any time, but May decides that she is really going to have her vengeance upon Osha, so she picks up a book that is a triangle because that's spacey. They got a triangle book because that's long ago in a galaxy far, far away, they made triangle books. And she stands there and stares at it for a little bit and picks up a lamp or a Bic lighter or something.
It's supposed to be a lamp.
Sets the book on fire, throws it down, and burns down a cave.
It was not a lamp.
Okay? What was that?
That was technically a torch.
Okay, so she picks up the torches. You like that? Torches the book and burns down a cave. Okay, everyone. I have heard this, Brennan. Have you heard this? Some people are upset about the fire in space scene earlier in like the first episode where she's on and like, I don't know, that just doesn't bother me. That didn't bother. There's fire in space. Okay. Where she's repairing the ship and she's staring at the little campfire when we were expecting her to pull out some marshmallows and roast them on the wing of that ship. Yeah, I know you blocked that out of your mind. Some people are upset about that, and I'm sitting there watching this scene going, she burned down a cave.
Literally.
Powerful Jedi is May. Powerful Jedi is May.
I didn't know that you can burn stone like that.
Yeah, so then we run around. We don't really know if May killed all of the witches, but I think we're supposed to assume right now that she killed all the witches. All of them are dead. May falls to her supposed death. As we know in movies, that's not going to happen. We already know she's not dead. Saul gets there just in time to watch May fall, and he saves Osha. Well, so the Jedi did absolutely nothing to cause that to happen, except do what they always do, which is, hey, would you like to be a Jedi? I think I would like to be a Jedi. We'll take this test, and we'll see if we can train you. That's what they do. Brendan, throw anything in, any detail I missed, anything you thought was absurd that I missed.
So one thing that I couldn't understand is she wanted to kill her sister. That didn't make any sense. Second, you threw fire down in front of a door, stone and metal. I've never seen it catch on fire like that rapidly. Second, she escapes through a tunnel, and whoever killed all the women in that cave had to have been like super strong.
And we know from the beginning of this episode, they can freeze little animals, and they're not above abusing them. So you think she just caused all their brains? She squished all their brains in their heads with her thread power?
I don't know. But here's the other thing, Joe, is so that part when she's on the bridge and she falls, I think Master Soul pushed her with the force over to somewhere else that she didn't fall down the hole. Because remember, she
But
comes
Master
down.
Saul, unless he's lying, he thought May was dead. Or do you think he
Yeah,
tried to? You think he tried to push her to where she would be safe, and it worked, but he didn't notice that it worked?
yeah. So, to me, it's no any sense. Not whatsoever. Yeah, they pushed each other. She may. Oh, we forgetting one detail. So the other lady, she got upset because the mother let the Jedi come and try to take the girls away. She got upset about it. Then she says, "I carried them. If they find out that you created them,
Oh yeah. She. So
yeah." So
Anakin is not special anymore. So
no,
that's the
it's not
whole.
part of the prophecy anymore.
That's destruction of that. Is that what a lot of people are talking about? Where they're gonna
Yeah,
destroy
because you
Star
just
Wars?
said
That's that.
you literally just said that you made, and this is still midichlorian, so they talking about the thread. So I don't know if it's two separate forces out there.
I don't either. But Brandon, we are coming to the end of this episode, and I know you're excited about it because that gives you time to wait
No, I'm not watching the next
till the
episode.
next
I'm
episode
not
comes
watching the next
out so
episode.
we can discuss
I
it
I
and
am
break it
done with
down.
Star Wars. I am done.
No, you
Disney
got to finish
Star
that.
Wars.
Our
Disney.
listeners want us to finish
No,
what we start.
I will let you tell me what happened.
There are still people that want us to finish the Hatchet series and are waiting for that.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we've got to finish that. So we got to finish this too.
No, because it's 5 episodes. That's five. Five more.
Some people are waiting for that last Frankenstein movie that we haven't gotten to yet.
What movie?
The Frankenstein movie with Randy Quaid,
Oh wow.
Patrick Bergen. That's
Wow.
right. So yeah, we can't stop that. So yeah, this whole show so far to me is really poorly written. It
It's
seems like
poorly executed, period.
everything about it is poor, but it seems like there's something there that they could do, but seems like there needs to be a whole lot of rehauled or rewrites and all that.
The whole thing need to be just trash, period. The whole High Republic era need to be thrown away. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think? Now, let me ask you this, Brendan. If they were if somebody was like, you know what, we could do a murder mystery in Star Wars could work.
Well, yeah, they have. It's novels like that.
Well, I'm not talking about novel. I'm talking about a live action show. So it's worked in the novel. So if they were,
No, Joe, you can't do a live action show because there's no reference to anything about it.
why couldn't you do that?
Because Kathleen Kennedy said they had no source material to go by.
Well, Leslie Headland has said that she has gone and read some of these novels and got some ideas from them. I'm not saying they inspired.
She's a
I'm not
lie.
saying she was inspired well.
She's a lie because she
But
also.
what I'm saying is, Brandon, now look, we're going down the little bit speculative road here. If somebody really wanted to make a murder mystery in the Star Wars universe and was given the chance, which isn't going to happen, we know that. There is something that they could read and you could like say, "Hey, here's a book you could read and get some ideas for it," or you could adapt this book. And so you're telling me there's one that's actually pretty good or some that are really good that would make a good Star Wars show or movie?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie Headland, for this suckage that you are inflicting on the world and infecting the internet with, and all of that fun stuff. We have come down to the end of this. I can tell by Brandon's face he's loving every minute of it. His buddy Pazuzu
Technically that's a Sith Lord right there. That's evil. That's pure evil right
I
there.
don't know. I think the Pazuzu is more powerful than a Sith Lord, Brandon.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, Pazuzu's midichlorian count is probably off the charts, not countable.
Yeah, I believe that.
I mean, that's like somehow capturing Michael the Archangel and let me get your midichlorian count, Michael. I'm an archangel there, little buddy. All I have to do is change my form and I will frickin' turn you to ash. All right, we're talking about different movies now. So that means we're done. All right, Brandon, what should people do if they appreciate what we're doing?
If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us on Spotify, iTunes, and Rumble. And
All right. Well, we'll talk to you all next time.
really bad. Later, guys.